Sorry to bother you, but I've seen you before.
Oh, eh? I don't remember. Hold on, are you the boy that cleans the pit under the castle shitting hole?
You were attacked by those bandits.
What bandits? What are you on about?
We saved you. Me and my lord there. Surely you couldn't forget.
I have no idea what you're on about. I work at the castle, and I wasn't at any pond.
And I have no idea why you're trying to deny it. I saw you with my own eyes. You were washing laundry there with some other girls.
Well, I reckon you weren't looking too much at faces, eh? Clear off, you lecher.
Here's your wine. Is this vagabond bothering you?
I can handle the likes of him myself. Thanks for the wine. Bye.
Look, please. I don't know what's up with you, but I know you were there. I need your help. You owe me that much. But we need to get to von Berghoff, and you're the only one who can confirm who we are.
You can't get into the castle. And even if you could, that was the king's messenger. Von Berghoff is getting ready to ride out.
Oh, shit.
If you want to speak to him, the best place would be Samin's wedding. He'll be there. For sure.
No, wait.
And don't ever lay your hands on me again!
What are you gaping at? Have you nothing better to do?
Why are you standing here like a pillar of salt? Are you ready?
What for?
To get to work. You pair ordered a lot more than you paid for, so you work your debt off, like I said.
Can't it wait? We've got coin, just not at the moment.
Oh, why? We'll pay you back when we see you again, which is never. Over there by the gate, there's a cart with sacks of flour from the mill. My old man was meant to take them into the house. But as soon as he got a sniff of work, he vanished into thin air. The second door in there leads to the pantry. That's where I need you to haul the sacks. You have to lay each sack on the planks, so they don't touch the damp floor and go moldy. If you just chuck it on the floor in the corner, it'll spoil. So do it properly. 2 men can finish the work in a jiffy, and then we'll be quits.
Carrying sacks? Sorry, but we'd be wasted on that kind of work. We can do a lot more than just lugging stuff from place to place.
I can't wait to hear this. Go on, impress me.
Due to an unfortunate series of mishaps, we don't look the part, but me and my lord are with the nobility. Courtly manners, high politics, tourneys and sword fighting. We're both masters of all that. So I'm sure you'll understand. Some sacks of flour? Nah, that's not for us.
Noblemen, are you? Lord Muck and Baron Filth? Very droll. Like it or not, you can't pay what you owe me, so I'm putting you to work. Is that clear?
All right, we'll do it.
Glad to hear it. I can see you ain't stuck up like your mate. Where are you actually from, if you don't mind me asking?
From far away.
I ain't been further than the back off me whole life, but I know this place inside and out.
Is this the only tavern here?
In Troskovitz it is.
You must be doing pretty well then, eh?
I'd be doing a lot better if everyone paid their bills.
I heard some talk about some wedding being planned here.
Ah, nobody's talking about nothing else. Young Lord Sameen is marrying Agnes, the daughter of Thrush, our Truscovitz bailiff. And it's going to be a grand affair. When rich folks get married, that's a feast that's a lot different from when some tanner gets hitched to a bathouse wench.
Where's the wedding going to be?
At Sameen, of course. I expect old Sir Jan and our bailiff will try to outdo each other in showing off their wealth.
Who is this Sameen?
Can't you tell by the name? The Lord of Sameen. The fort in the village belonged to him. Old Jan Sameen is the head of the family, and his son's called Olda. And it's him who's getting itched. There used to be a rich family. Their glory's faded a bit, but they still have some clout.
Will Lord von Berghoff be at the wedding?
How should I know what his lordship's plans are? But most likely he will be. Sameen is his vassal.
Could I get to the wedding somehow?
I don't know about that, lad. It's for invited guests only.
It seems that's really our only chance.
What's that?
Oh, nothing.
If you want to find out more, there's a couple of invited guests having an ale over there. Young Svaja there. He's the bride's brother. He can be a bit of a pain, but he's a good lad at heart.
What's life like here?
Better now that you and your pal have finally had a wash. Truth to tell, it used to be better. The war might be far away, but more and more young lads are going away to fight. But then there's a shortage of folk to do the work around here, and that's a big problem.
Is von Berghoff recruiting men-at-arms?
No, von Berghoff ain't got nothing to do with that. They go of their own free will. They're fed up of ordinary work, so they try their luck elsewhere. It don't occur to them they might not come back. They just see easy earnings. Then the old folks have to do their work in the fields.
Where can I find work around these parts?
First, you gotta carry them sacks for me, so don't bother looking anywhere else yet. But otherwise, you can find work anywhere. You just need to keep your eyes open and not be afraid to ask. Try Radovan the smith for one. He's a bit odd, but he'll pay decently for a helping hand. Come to mention it, he's sat just round the corner there, if you want to ask him about it. And that fella next to him is Miller Crazel. He needs helpers now and then, but watch out for him. You know what they say about Millers.
I've heard things all right.
Well then, be careful.
Is that all you know about the wedding?
What else is there to know? I'm just looking forward to being a guest and having someone serve me for a change.
I'll go and discuss it with my friend then.
And careful with them sacks. I don't want you ripping them or anything like that. What can I get for you?
Easy, does it? Deep breaths.
I talked to that woman from the pond.
I noticed. It didn't look like she was too pleased to see you, though.
The main thing is, she denied ever being at the pond.
It's definitely her, though. You don't forget a figure like hers.
I got the feeling she didn't want to talk about it for some reason. I did get something out of her, though.
What? Don't keep me in suspense.
Von Berghoff is about to leave the castle.
Sacre! If he pledges to Sigismund before we can get to him, everything's fucked.
Calm down, let me finish. There's also going to be a big wedding in the region. Young Lord Semine, a nobleman, is marrying the local bailiff's daughter. It's the talk of the region. It's invitation only, of course. But maybe we could wangle our way in somehow.
Why should some wedding in a shithole near Trotsky be of any interest to us?
Because it looks like von Berghoff will be there.
Oh, that's fantastic news, Henry. So all we have to do is get on the guest list. And that shouldn't be a problem because you've got a cunning plan, right?
I'll come up with something.
I hope so. You can't expect me to do the thinking for both of us all the time. We'll ask the locals and see.
There's something else we have to sort out first. I spoke to the innkeeper.
I noticed that too.
We can work off our debt. All we have to do is carry a few sacks of flour from that cart to the pantry. If we both do it, we'll be finished in no time.
Lug sacks? Are you yanking my noble pizzle?
I'm serious.
I can't work. I'm a noble. What if someone saw me?
Do you have any idea what you look like?
Well, all right. I may not look much like a noble, but my blood's still blue. People will remember my face, and when everything's cleared up, word will get around that I lugged sacks here like some beggar. As if the disgrace at the gate wasn't enough. Ugh!
You know, sir, not everyone is born with a silver spoon in their mouth. Ordinary people have to work their whole lives. So you should be able to manage it too, at least for one day.
Henry, haven't you ever heard of the 3 states of man?
Would that be some aristocratic excuse?
Not so fast. It's God's law. Oratoris, the priests who pray for us. Laboratoris, the plebs who shovel shit and pay taxes. And Bellatoris, the warriors who protect the ones on their knees or in the fields. Now, which am I? So if you find me a sword, I can get to work. But wield a pitchfork or carry sacks? That's against God and nature.
We don't have swords, and we don't know anyone who needs protecting. So what then?
So we're fucked until someone rolls up his sleeves and gets to work. By which I mean someone of the appropriate status, like you. In short, be so kind as to get to work. I promise I'll make it up to you.
Are you really not going to help me? It's just a couple of sacks.
Come now, Henry. What did I tell you about Bellatoris and the natural order of the world? I simply cannot carry sacks.
They say clothes maketh the man, and you don't look much like a noble right now. So, I don't think the natural order will collapse if you get your hands dirty.
What do you know about a nobleman's honour? It's not long since I had to drag one sack through the night, and if I hadn't, that sack wouldn't be here now. So I think I've done my fair share. I mean it, Henry. Stop trying to push me.
Suit yourself, then. So, you simply aren't going to work?
It's not appropriate.
So, you simply aren't going to work?
Come now, Henry. You can manage those few sacks by yourself.
So, you simply aren't going to work?
Come now, Henry. You can manage those few sacks by yourself.
So, you simply aren't going to work?
That is a warrior's lot, Henry. Conserving his strength till the next battle comes along.
Right. I'll get to work. Alone.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I'll scratch your back later.
How? Well, giving me a large estate?
That too, of course. Maybe 2 estates. But above all, once we're out of the worst, I'll help you find your dog. As soon as we have at least some gear, we'll head into the forest and find Mutt in a trice. Although, if you think about the 3 states of man, looking for lost dogs is more like a huntsman's work. But let's pay no mind to that.
How generous of you, Lord Capon.
I know, my dear Henry. Such is my nature.
So she's safe.
What did you say about the miller?
Crazel? He's a bit of a rogue. Spends all his time in Lower Samine Mill pretending to mill flour.
Excuse me? He doesn't mill flour, then?
Aye, he does, but it's just I've heard tell he gets up to all sorts of things there. Witchery and the like.
What did you say about the smith?
Radovan, a decent sort. He's got some odd ways and he curses like the devil at times. But there's no finer blacksmith. His smithy's in Takov. That's a bit out of the way, but he always does such a good job. Folks don't mind going the extra distance.
I'll go and start with those sacks.
Nice and steady, so you don't do your backing.
So, you simply aren't going to work?
That is a warrior's lot, Henry. Conserving his strength till the next battle comes along.
I'll get hauling then.
You'll be finished in a jiffy.
She stamps and bites when she's upset. Easy does it. Deep breaths.
Aye,
We'll talk
here's
about
that
it.
Good day. Good day. Going down nicely, is it?
Going down the treat.
Greetings. Are you the bailiff, son?
Hi, that's me. Who are you?
We're messengers from Ratai. We were going to see Lord von Bergov, but we were ambushed.
You and that other dung heap on legs?
I swear it's true.
Look, I'm too old for fairy tales. I'll probably forget after a few tankards anyway. What do you want? You don't think you're gonna wangle some coin out of me, do you?
No. I'll just have a couple of questions.
Ask away. I have plenty of time.
I heard your sister's getting married.
Indeed she is. It's going to be a grand affair. There are even guests coming from Gutenberg. Even Lord von Bergov is coming. That's how important my family is.
Look, I need to pass on an important message to von Bergov, but I can't get into the castle because of what happened to us. Do you think you could...
Invite you? Not a chance. I don't know you from Adam.
It would only be for a while.
Look, loads of lackeys like you will be needed at the wedding. Try asking for a job. I'm not saying you're sure to get to von Bergov that way, but you can try.
You must know young Lord Semine, don't you?
Aye, he's a close friend, although he's been acting a bit odd recently.
Odd? Odd how?
He spends more time in the woods than at home, always riding off somewhere and doesn't want to talk about it. Maybe he'll be his old self after the wedding.
What's going on here in the region apart from that?
Apart from the bandits, nothing much. Life's peaceful enough. The war has steered clear of us, thankfully. Lord von Bergov is respected throughout the kingdom. But high politics is nothing for me. I don't stick my nose into it.
I'd like to ask about the wedding again.
No, I'm not inviting you. Forget it.
Thanks. I have to be off.
Wait a moment. Since you're here, do you play dice? It occurred to me we could roll a few. What do you say?
Oh, I've got nothing to wager.
That's a shame. It's no fun if there's nothing at stake. You know what? If you beat me, we'll work something out with the wedding.
You'd invite us, you mean?
You'd have to beat me first. And that's not going to happen.
We'll see about that. Let's play.
You really are desperate to get to the wedding, huh?
Oh!
Fortuna, may the best player win. Cheers!
Easy does it. Deep breath. We'll talk about it.
Taking their time again.
One beer.
Did you hear what happened? What happened? Did you forget to count?
Why the long face?
I've just got this nasty premonition.
What premonition?
I've got a barrel of ale at home. I'm afraid it'll go bad on me soon. Someone should really do something about that.
Aye, I'm in a right
These
bind.
ones
But what are
here.
friends for if not to help each other?
Great! It's
My
a deal.
God!
Go ahead and
Oh,
tell Franz.
come on.
Chef, too.
Here it comes. I was wondering if you'd lend me your bullet when it's time to sow into grains.
I need to plow too, you know.
What if you lent me the bullet on the doorstep? You're not going to plow on
Now that
Sunday,
you
are
mention it, no, not in a while, no.
Strange, eh? What would make you stop going to the tavern and seeing your interests?
Maybe he's ill?
No, not that. I saw him chopping wood and he was fit as a fiddle.
I reckon he's got a lot of work there.
Every day, from dawn till dusk.
Maybe there's a woman behind it. He's got his eye on one. And we're good enough.
Good. With a bit of luck, she'll send him packing soon enough. Then he'll come back to the tavern.
And to us.
There'd have to be two of us. I couldn't manage to think that size on my own. She stabs at nights when she's upset.
How's life treating you? Not too bad. So much to do. I'd have to split myself in two to get everything done on time. Why don't you a young apprentice to help you out? Sure, but where could I find a decent apprentice? Oh, please. People are always...
How's it going?
My wife and I are pickling cabbage. Loads of it.
Again? That's what you said last week. And the one
These
before
ones
that.
here.
Pickled cabbage drives out the black bile and puts your fluids in balance.
What fluids?
Saturn and Jupiter are in a bad constellation at the moment. That churns up the black bile and makes you ill.
Finished. Your
You've
turn.
been hanging around with Miller Krazel again, haven't you?
What if I have? It may be a bit odd, but everything he says is true. The other day, he told me to give my cows dark ale to drink.
What? You didn't actually do it, did you?
Laugh all you like. If I told you they gave 3 times as much milk afterwards...
No
you
great
still wouldn't
loss.
be impressed,
It wasn't
would
that
you?
good anyway.
Wait, really?
Aye, aye. Take my advice and go and pickle some cabbage, friend.
My God! Oh, come on!
Hey, innkeeper, that beer!
Oh, come on! Do you need a bit more time? If I was you, I'd take it. Let it be now. I want to play too, you know. Good game, friend.
Bloody hell. You've played before. Admit it.
True. I can't deny it.
Thank God we weren't playing for coin. You'd have cleaned me out.
Well, we were playing for something else. So I hope you're going to keep your word.
Well, it's not that easy, you know. I can't just invite every Tom, Dick, and Harry. Only my old man can do that.
You were lying then?
A bit. But look on the bright side. We had a game, and you didn't lose anything.
Yeah, I didn't win anything either.
You can still get to the wedding as a lackey. If you make an effort.
I heard they're gonna cut down the old oak tree at the crossroads.
Oh, no. Why? A lovely tree like that. It's a nice place to rest when you're passing by in the summer. The only bit of shade far and wide.
Well, that's just it. Some noble...
Going down nicely, is it?
Going down and...
How's it going?
Mustn't grumble.
If I decided to stay there,
I'll get hauling then.
Think of Mutt, Henry.
one day, when the time comes, I'll take her to the butcher. And the more I think about it, the clearer it is to me that I can't do it. We could come up with a plan to take her away. Somewhere she's out of sight. You know, so she's safe.
The butcher? Safe? Good day.
Good day.
Pour me one.
What did I do to you?
Greetings to you.
Likewise, lad.
I haven't seen you here before. Where are you from?
Well, I'm not from around here. I'm just an ordinary tradesman who minds his own business.
An ordinary tradesman, you say?
I find that hard to believe. Me and Crazel have had our eye on you for a while now.
You look like beggars, but you talk like learned fellows. You two are an odd pair, all right.
Do me a favor. It's obvious they're two hard-up students, or apprentices. What do they call you, lad?
Henry of Skalitz.
Fancy yourself a noble, it seems.
So, Henry, what was it you were after?
Since you've joined us.
I haven't been here before, and I'd like to learn something about this region.
What's there to say? It's not a bad place to live.
It's usually peaceful, thank God. I don't like too much excitement.
You've got good reason to hide, I reckon.
That's enough of your mudslinging. It's actually good to live in an estate where the Lord's away most of the time.
That's true. Just a couple of villages, rocks, fields, not even a church worth the name, in fact. That's despite Otto van Burgo being one of the kingdom's most powerful nobles. The darkest place is under the candlestick, as they say.
When his lordship isn't in these parts, his chamberlain stands in for him. Ulrich von Schaumburg's his name.
I saw him on the gate tower when he sent us packing like beggars.
Aye, he's a right haughty bastard. On the other hand, he can be negotiated with.
If you can get to him.
I heard there's going to be a big wedding in these parts. What do you know about it?
That's right. A big affair in Sameen.
Everyone wants to go.
And anyone who's not invited is trying to worm their way in somehow. Not me, though. I couldn't give a toss.
Because you weren't invited, eh?
Of course I was invited. But what do I care about young Sameen and the bailiff's lass? We're all just playthings in God's hands. One day, our earthly bonds will vanish in time, like smoke.
Trying to sound clever again, are you, Crazel?
All I'm saying is that these petty affairs of men leave me cold.
Sod that, it's going to be big. Even Lord von Burgo himself is going to be at the wedding. And he hardly ever shows his face in public.
Would it be possible to get to von Berghoff, even though he keeps his distance from people?
I don't know. He's either locked away in his castle or traveling somewhere. And he's powerful and important. So the only chance of meeting him is at the wedding. At least for us who are invited.
And everybody will want something from him. He'll be dancing for joy, I can tell you.
Could someone get to the wedding without an invitation?
Someone? You mean? Forget it, looking like that.
Well, I think it might be possible, using certain methods. Play of light and shadow, a cloak as black as night.
What are you going on about? More Miller's witchery?
All right, all right. I won't say another word.
Semin's bound to keep a damn close eye on his big day, so you won't get in without an invitation.
So, how can I get to the wedding?
The best thing would be to find a job that'll be needed there.
All right. There's always lots of hands needed at a wedding. As the hours pass and the guests raise their goblets, they'll lower their guard.
So it's peaceful here. Is that all?
Aye. Except there's more trade right now because of the wedding.
But we'll be back to our old ways in a month from now. Thank God.
I'd like to ask about the wedding again.
You've heard all you need to know, haven't you?
I'm looking for work.
And what can you do?
I can do a lot of things. But mainly, I'm a blacksmith.
Bugger me. A blacksmith, you say? That makes two of us. And my apprentices have just vanished along with my goods, the bastards, when I'm swamped with work. If you're not talking shit and you can wield a hammer, we'll shake on it. And if you prove your worth, I'll even take you to that wedding.
Why would you work at a forge? Come and work for me at the mill. It's a cleaner job, and easier. And I can get you to that wedding, too.
Leave it out, you rogue. I asked him first.
Interesting offers. I'll have a think about it.
Don't leave it too fucking long, or it might be too late.
If you're after more than just brute force and fire, you'll find me in Lower Sameen.
And me in Takov.
I've got to be going.
Wait, there's something else I want to ask. What's your story? Are you students? Apprentices?
You ain't, are you? You look too scruffy.
We're messengers who were supposed to deliver a letter to Sir Otto von Berghoff. We set up camp down by the pond, and in the evening we were attacked by bandits. They slaughtered our men. It was only through luck that we saved our skins. We lost everything, even the letter. So they wouldn't let us into the castle.
Can't say I'm surprised. I'd send you packing myself. But it's true, there's bandits marauding in these parts. They're getting bolder and bolder. Even attacked a patrol from the castle recently.
Aye, these are evil times. Nothing ever happened like that in King Charles's day.
Farewell then, Henry.
Farewell.
What did you say? Say it again.
It was their own fault.
What do you mean? They attacked themselves? What the fuck are you trying to say?
Everyone knows it's dangerous around Trotsky. Making camp in such an unprotected place is suicide.
Where else were they supposed to make camp, smart-ass?
Somewhere in the rocks, maybe. Not out in the open by the pond. Only a fool would do that.
Stop insulting our dead companions!
What dead companions? You think I'm gonna fall for that cock and bull story?
Pack it in, Henry. There's no point in arguing with this yokel. He fancies himself as a military strategist.
I don't believe a word you're saying. A weed like you surviving a fight against bandits even von Berghoff himself has trouble with?
Believe what you like, but I'm telling the truth. And in fact, I'm willing to overlook all your insults if you apologize right now. And invite me to that wedding.
Did you hear what that lying nobody wants?
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein, and I demand your immediate apology.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. You're starting to bore me. You and your silly made-up name.
No apology, then. It looks like I'm going to have to teach you a lesson.
Oh, I'm so scared.
Didn't you hear? Apologize to him.
Oh, no. Reinforcements. I'm so scared. Take your numbskull friend and get out of our village. Right now.
I give you a chance to apologize, and you keep insulting me? Get ready to pick up your broken teeth with broken fingers.
Oh, I'd like to see that. Come on, then.
You scum!
You whoreson! It was him!
Having a chance, bastard!
Why did you do that?
I told you! Jesus! I'm hit!
Nice hit!
Enough's enough. Time to die, you bastard.
Out of it.
I'll rip your ass open!
Shame on you! Surround him!
That's
Good! Spare him! Slice him up!
Now we'll have you, you scum.
You're no match for us, fucker!
I'm
all yours.
Spare him. Nice strike.
You're not onto it!
Show what you're made of!
Christ! I don't have the whole day for you!
Kurva! I'm wounded!
Slice him up!
Lived like a wretch, and now you'll die like one.
Yeah, don't spare him. You're no match.
I'm all yours!
Here. This is unbelievable. Dove sta bene?
What the hell is going on here? Grab them vagabonds!
Bastards! This will cost you dearly. Keep your mouth shut and don't make it worse. What? You behave like a spoilt brat. How dare you speak... You know, if you just shut up and done some work, we'd have coin by now and be on our way to the castle, but no, not his lordship. You've got a nerve. If you hadn't have played the hero, we'd have been there long since and I wouldn't have had to get you out of that mess. Oh yeah, because this isn't a mess, is it? Fuck off.
Shut up! Or you'll get a whipping too.
Just who the hell do you think you are?
I'm fed up with pulling you out of the shit all the time.
You pull me out of the shit? And who dragged you through the woods at night, eh? Better keep your mouth shut. I shouldn't have brought you along.
Well, that's something we can agree on. I could have been sitting in the mill instead of rotting in these stocks.
And whose fault is that?
What? Who started quarrelling with the locals in their tavern? Ah, what an idiot I was to stand up for you.
And what good did it do? Fuck all! If it hadn't been for me, we wouldn't have even been in that tavern. We've been in the shit right from the start because you had to play at being the knight in shining underwear, saving damsels in distress.
I don't believe it. You're trying to put the blame on me? Just like that?
Who else is to blame? You're just a simple peasant who has no idea how the world works.
And you're a spoilt brat who can't even hear himself.
What the fuck did you say? I've had it up to here with you. With you and your pontificating. You were supposed to make sure nothing went wrong. And how did that turn out? It was me who had to save your life. You're fucking useless. You couldn't even keep an eye on your own mutt.
That's enough! Don't you fucking realise how badly you've been wronging me all this time? I bend over backward for you, I tolerate all your stupid fucking whims, and what do I get? Insults and accusations. But right from the start you acted like you were on some nobleman's outing. All you cared about was whoring and boozing. You know full well the ambush was your fault, and now you're kicking out so you don't have to admit it.
What do you...
But let me finish. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth like you, but unlike you, I'd have managed to deliver that message. That's because I'm responsible and know how to behave in a way that doesn't make me feel ashamed. In a way that would make my parents proud of me.
Which parents do you mean? Radzig?
Aye, Radzig, let's say. Nobody could be proud of you, Capon. Nobody.
We'll see who's proud of who.
Right, ladies. Time to go home. But I swear to Christ, if I catch you again, I'm gonna skin you both alive.
Isn't that?
Otto.
Hey! Open Bogo!
Oh, shit. Right, where were we? Go on, get out of my sight.
What are we gonna do?
You can do as you like. You can go and carry sacks or dig latrines. I'll look after myself. I'll go and see Lord von Berghoff at the wedding. I bid you farewell.
All right. Yeah. If I were in your shoes, I'd be glad to be rid of the good for nothing, eh? Yeah. All right, off you go.
I suppose I really do need to find some job. I'll find mutt without you, you stuck-up Lord of Perkstein.
Hey, you!
Did you drink away your hose?
You're Henry, right? Or was it the other one? Hey, over here! It's about time. Come here. Do you have anywhere to go?
I went to see
Somewhere
him.
to
He
sleep?
threw me out.
And you're surprised?
But it was just as simple as...
What do you want from me?
I don't want anything from you. I should actually be thanking you.
Uh-huh. For what?
I've been begging for alms here for days, but I didn't make any real coin till today. And that's thanks to you. The scene you made brought out nearly all of Troskowitz.
You're welcome. At least it was good for something.
Oh well, not many people can make such a strong first impression. But look on the bright side.
Hmm?
Now things can only get better.
Barely. Look at me. They just let me out of the pillory. Nobody wants anything to do with me. And I don't even know what hill that is over there.
Well, that there hill is Slatego. And you pull yourself together. Like Tomcat says, nothing's impossible. And bruises build character.
Do you know anything more about Tomcat?
They say he's a master swordsman, but a real joker too. He loves showing off to girls.
Do you think Tomcat might teach me a few of his tricks?
No offence. But compared to him, you're a bit of a lightweight.
I don't want to pull wagons, but if he can handle a weapon, I'd be happy to train a little with him.
Well, one of the guards tried to take him on and came back whipped like a dog, moaning like he'd been broken in two.
Well, sure. If he's that strong, I'm not surprised.
More like some trick he's got that our watch doesn't know. Or at least that's what the poor man said.
How does he show off for the girls?
With his muscles. He ricks logs with his hands. He even let himself be run over by a loaded hay wagon. Crazy. But to be fair to him, he sometimes helps people. Stanislav's sheep fell into a pit one time.
And Tomcat pulled it out?
And not just that, he crawled down to get it. And when he found the poor thing had a broken leg, he carried it on his back all the way home.
Where might I run into Tomcat?
In the camp by the tower. That is, by Rock Tower Pond. He watches the camp for the nomads.
Should I watch out for them?
No, I don't think so. They mind their own business, but strangers usually mean trouble for them, so they're careful. Try not to stare too hard and hold your tongue, otherwise Tomcat will show you some of his other skills.
Do you think Tomcat might teach me if...
You didn't listen. You can take him on, but I think you'll get...
Are you certain?
Believe me, Tomcat knows some tricks.
Hey, you. What's your name, anyway? What do you do?
I'm Bara. just Bara.
Looks like you know your way around here pretty good. You're from here, right?
I ain't. I'm just passing through.
Where are you headed, if you're only passing through here?
For work. To the city. I'm tired of serving landholders. They all promise the moon, but then you're eating stale bread, cold porridge, and a nary a groschen in sight. With the city folk, it's bound to be better.
You're something like a wanderer?
Nah, I usually find work with someone, stay for a while, and once I save a bit, I move on.
Then why are you begging here?
Sometimes I collect herbs for the apothecary, or help in the tavern. But I'd like to go somewhere else, so I'm scraping up whatever I can. But on the whole, you could say I'm a traveller, or a nomad. But don't say it too loud, the locals don't take kindly to them.
Why?
Because they're different, and it scares people. They travel from place to place and take their home with them.
I'd like to see what their homes look like.
You can go and see them, just don't stare too long.
Why exactly are you helping me?
Why? Why? Because you look like you need it. I've been in the ship plenty of times, and I know how appreciated a helping hand is in times like that.
You said you're going to a city. You mean like to Prague? Or somewhere further?
I'd like to go to Prague, but I don't know anybody there. In Kuttenberg, at least I have a cousin.
Aha. So you're going to visit her?
Well, she doesn't know it yet. But I won't be troubling her long, just until I find a way to make a living.
What do you want to do in the city?
I'll find something. I'm not afraid of work. I'm not half-witted. Maybe someone could use a cook or a servant.
Don't get your hopes up. The city can be a pretty dangerous place for a girl on her own.
You mean they don't hand out groschen by the bucketful? And the streets aren't full of roasted stuffed geese? I appreciate your concern, but I have to get to the city first. That's going to take me a long while yet.
Do you know where I might find accommodation?
Betty in the tavern lets people sleep in the hay. But you have to pay.
I'm not going near that tavern. I'd catch hell again. Got any other ideas?
If you find some work, maybe you'll get a place to sleep too.
I'm practically naked. Nobody's going to want to even talk to me like this.
At least you're not walking around bare-arsed. Although that might not be a sorry sight.
Ah, very funny. I'd rather you tell me where I might get some clothes.
And what do you have in mind? Brocade and satin, a monk's robe, or perhaps Sir Brunswick's armour?
I'd prefer something a little more ordinary. I'd like to blend in with the locals and not attract attention.
After what you did here with that friend of yours, even the deaf and blind would immediately recognise you. But between the two of us, it's easy enough to scrounge up a shirt and trousers if you know where to look.
Thanks. These will come in handy.
Just don't get yourself caught again.
I really need some.
I can see that. Save up for something or use those lockpicks. Either way, I can't...
I have no money. I might as well beg on the village green like you.
The hell you will. This is my turf. Here you go. I'll skip supper. It's partly your doing anyway.
Wow. I mean, thank you. Seriously.
Yeah, don't start crying. You'd better find some work quick.
Damn. I could use a horse. It'll take years to get to Semien on foot.
Don't exaggerate. This province is small.
Still, it would be faster with a horse.
There's a stud farm in Semien, renowned far and wide.
And which way is Semien?
Southwest from here, not too far. There's a road goes right there from the green. Just go down the hill. Once you see the walled farmhouse, you're there. Though, I'll be a queen before you can afford a horse from Semien.
My main concern is getting to that wedding in Semien. Do you know anything about that celebration?
Well, yeah. People are talking of nothing else. The Lord's son is getting married to the sister of that lout he was fighting with.
How much time do you think I have? Have the preparations already begun?
From what I hear, the bride's dress still ain't finished and blacksmith Radovan still ain't started smithing the gift for the groom. So, no rush.
Hopefully by then I'll find a way to sneak in. Oh well, it was nice to meet you, but I should probably get going. Get a job, and so on.
Don't worry, you'll manage. Till we meet again.